Hi everyone, this is Eddie from Crypto News Plus. We have some new updates regarding the longAp and the SenseCap M1 for the Helium hotspots. So let's start with the longAp, and oh boy, they crashed again and they're issuing another apology. Let's read the apology. Sorry, we need to make a big apology. To prevent the same problems as we had during the first sale, we switched to Shopify. We configured Shopify to stop accepting orders once we ran out of stock. Something went wrong and we oversold 10 times. We are now analyzing what happened. Sorry for the situation, and this unfortunately means we have to disappoint customers. Now this is the sad part. The payment processor was triggered due to the large order volume and decided to cancel credit card orders they believe are at a high risk. We have no influence on this. However, we are now discussing with partners how to solve the situation and explain our plan of action in later announcement. But it will mean that we have to cancel orders. We will 100% refund canceled orders as soon as possible and contact anyone for which the refund cannot be executed automatically like cryptocurrencies. The problem, guys, here that okay, fine, they messed up. Things happen. Crashes like this are non-controllable. Nobody has the upper hand. So if you guys are gonna call longAp scammers or any of that stuff, I don't blame you, especially for the people that will get the refund. But the matter of the fact, they're not scammers. That's just a glitch in the system, and it does happen. However, this video is actually for longAp because they want I want them to understand how people are feeling. So now we already have people that could not purchase are already frustrated, and they're they don't like you guys. But for the ones that already bought and you don't have stock for them, and you're gonna refund them, these guys will be very furious. Do you guys agree here? Please comment if you agree. So what longAp need to understand that these people are looking for a hotspot miner. Regardless if it's longAp, if it's Bobcat miner, if it's even a cat that can mine, they will take it. Right, guys? I mean, that's how we feel. So longAp, what I want you to understand that do not refund. These guys that already purchased, can they be on the second batch? Is that even a possibility? I don't see why not. You can send them an email. Tell them, hey, listen, you can get a refund or we'll give you a priority for the next batch. You are on the top list. This way, you keep this healthy. And it makes sense to me. I don't know if you guys, please comment about this. And the second thing, I have another proposal. longAp have 2 miners coming soon. longAp Pro for outdoor use and the longAp Lite. So the longAp Lite will do the same thing in a few months like just a regular miner. So give them that option. So hey, we have 3 options. Option 1 will put you on the priority list for the second batch, or you can get on the priority list on these 2 miners if you like. You can choose either one. And that's it. Or third option, you get a refund. And we solve this problem. I think this makes sense. But for you to say, hey, I'm very, very, very sorry, and I'm going to give you a refund. He's not looking for the refund. He's looking for a miner. So that's my input for longAp. I hope this message, they hear this message, they understand what people are thinking. Because when you talk about companies like this, that they're focused on building machines, they don't have the marketing skills, they don't have sales skills, so they need some insight. So if you guys agree with this or disagree, that's my personal opinion. If you disagree, just write down in the comments that you disagree. But I don't see why would you disagree if I'm giving you 3 options. You get to choose. If you want the refund, well, you can have it. So I don't see why anybody would disagree. So enough about longAp. Now we have the SenseCap. The SenseCap, the good news, they released their hardware specification. So it's right here. If you guys are wondering what's the processor, it's Raspberry Pi 4. The frequencies are very interesting. They're covering 6 frequencies, so should be covering almost everywhere. The TX power 25 dpm. And these are, guys, this is for the Sense SenseCap M1, and the antenna gain 1.2 dpi. This is too low for guys that are looking for this. Do not forget to purchase the 5 at least dpi. SD card 64 gigs, wireless 2.4, the LAN high-speed gigabit Ethernet, input voltage DC 5 volt, and the certification has been approved for both FCC and CE. And remember, guys, when I told you in the first video, these guys are going to move fast, because remember when I told you about the portfolio? Their portfolio is all about LoRaWAN and IoTs. That's their business, their main business. While longAp and Syncropit, unfortunately, they are in the business of building machines and building devices, but they're not into the LoRaWAN, and that's why it took them so much time to configure the whole device. So that's why I'm giving heads up for the SenseCap. However, this is another message for SenseCap. I hope they listen to us. SenseCap, the thing that longAp did yesterday was quite smart. Not in terms of sales, of course, in terms of the regulations of how people can get it. So the first thing they said, you need to, a person can only purchase 3 hotspots. So SenseCap, I think this is a fair call. 3 hotspots, I think it's enough. At least this will cut the people that purchase 500 and 1,000 hotspots, like we saw with Emirates and the other companies. There are about 5 companies that I know of. So they have bought 500, 700 hotspots. So they're causing all this delays. They're causing all of this craziness. It's the big bulk whales that they're taking. So I hope SenseCap consider that in their launch. I also consider that people that will resell, you will not get a warranty. The reason is you're gonna cut on the black market. Just think about it this way. I already have my hotspots, and now I can order 5 SenseCap, and I don't need them. But what I'll do, I'll just sell it on eBay for 10x. So this is another way to cut the black market kind of thing. Again, guys, tell me your thoughts about these things. But I think it's a fair call that everybody can get a piece of this pie. Another thing, SenseCap, please learn from the longAp failure, or actually failure twice. So the first problem, that was fixed in a good way, but again, that's what you're going to expect, the same thing. People will just, flush in and crash your site. So you need to do a different methodology of how to sell these hotspots. So this is the update, and please, if you guys know anybody in SenseCap, if you know longAp, let's deliver this message. If you agree with what I said, maybe you can share it, or talk about it in Discords or on Reddit. Anyways, thank you guys, and I appreciate your support, and let's wait for another updates.